Hi everyone, I'm Anita and welcome to my channel. I'm a QHHT hypnotist and I specialize in past life regression. I wanted to talk to you today about a pattern that I've been seeing with my clients. And I always feel these are kind of messages from the universe that want me to tell you about these things because I think they're very vital and very important. So recently, in the last couple of months, I've had clients who basically have had points or times in their lives where they basically have no memory. So it often occurs in childhood. There are blocks of time that they can't remember. Some clients can't remember, until they're 12 or 13 years old. Some clients are having issues where they remember certain moments and then all of a sudden there's a whole block of time that basically is completely erased from their memory. So it's memory loss or disassociation. And disassociation is again caused by events in one's life that is causing them to have memory loss. So our brains are the supercomputers. Computers come from our brains. That's where we got the idea from. So this amazing supercomputer you have in your mind, think of it again like a computer. So we have all these files that are in our computer, and some we hide and some we've forgotten. And basically what our brain can do is it can literally take portions of time or chunks of time and move it into another folder. And it can basically just hide that folder. And you may forget that you even have the folder, or basically it just sort of sits in a certain area of your computer or your brain that you just never go to. So why does it do these things? Your brain basically will stop you from remembering certain parts of time because there's something in those memories that is too painful or too difficult or too challenging for you to face. So basically what it does is it stops you from that memory or hides that memory. And when you are ready, then it brings it back so that you can look into the folder. So what are kind of the signs of, when is it time to open that folder? So what I've been finding with clients is they've been coming to me and basically saying when they're booking their session is that they're having nightmares or they're having odd dreams. They're remembering things that they didn't even know that they had in their memory banks. Visions are coming up. They're getting feelings or flashes as they go throughout their day, and they're getting flashes of certain things in their life that they didn't remember. So the memory bank is incredible. And so it also comes out in it can come out in watching certain films and feeling something that's really, really familiar, but not understanding where is the connection with that familiarity. So basically what's happening is clients are getting flashes in their dreams through media. They can get flashes in the day of memories they didn't realize they had, but that is a sign or a warning that there is something in your memory bank, in your folders of your computer that needs to be addressed. So, what is wonderful about hypnosis and QHHT, past life regression, is this is an excellent technique for recalling memory. So, if you're somebody who has lost certain years in your life or can't remember the first 12 years of your childhood, or, lost from 13 to 18, uh, QHHT hypnosis is a really extraordinary way to understand why you've lost these memories. So, it often comes with things that you're don't want to know about. Your mind has basically cushioned you so that you're in survival mode. But what's really important to understand is that when you go through a hypnotic trance and recall some of this, your mind never gives you all of those memories. It often just gives you a snippet and an understanding of why you've shut off that block of time. So it's not a painful process in the sense that you're not reliving memories of pain and trauma. You're basically just being reminded what you've shut off. So why is it important to remember these blocks of times that we've cut out of our memory banks? It's important because if the individual does not address the trauma or the hardships or the big challenges in life, then you will never have an opportunity to heal from these. And this is the journey, is the healing. So healing from these memories and these past experiences is really important. If we don't address them and heal from them, they basically just come back into our lives. So how do they come back into our lives? They're repeat patterns. We keep dating the bad date all the time, whether it's a male or a female. It's always a narcissist. It's always somebody who never really shows us love and kindness, who's always tricking us, who's always leading us down the wrong path. It's choosing the rotten friends. It's being bullied at work. It's always going through these negative parts in your life, but never understanding how you got there. And one of the biggest parts of dealing with these memories is it helps you to understand and recognize what it is you need to heal and go through that healing process. The healing process is about first acknowledging, excuse me, first acknowledging what has been done to you or what you experienced. And it's acknowledging this. The second step is to accept this, to accept that it existed in your life and be mature and come to a point in your life where you have to address it head on. The next part basically is going through the healing process. So usually it is understanding the logical side. So how and why did somebody do this to you? How did you get to that experience? Who were the people? Who were the cast of characters involved in the experience? Then often you have to change the lens, you have to change the mirror, and you have to look at the perspective of the person who did you this harm. Why did they do this harm to you? Were they harmed themselves? Is this generational harm, generational abuse? Is this something that's going down through the line of the family? Did you come here to stop this? And if you came here to stop the abuse, then you need to address what happened to you and to open it up and to heal it. So when you understand the logical side, then you can open up the understanding as to putting yourself into the seat of the person who did these wrongs to you in order to help you go to the next step. And that next step is forgiveness. If you're holding resentment, hatred, anger, jealousy, despair, all types of things, judgment, all these types of very low frequencies. These are the types of things that make people sick. These are the types of emotions that resonate throughout your body and lower your frequency. And these are the types of emotions that cause cancer, that cause all kinds of diseases that nobody has a name for. These are, fibromyalgia. These are diseases that we see stars can't even understand what they have. These are the emotions that affect your body within the core. Trauma rides deep in your core, in your cell, in your skin, in your bones. And if it's never addressed, it never has the ability to be released. So it's forgiveness. And forgiveness doesn't happen overnight, my friends. For me, it took me over a year and a half to truly forgive the person in my life that committed my wrongs. And I did it through healing and meditation and prayer. We all have different ways of healing. But if you have guides or spirit guides or, a beautiful archangel or a wonderful fairy or Lord Shiva, any type of guide in your life, you just need to ask that guide to help you. So how do you know you've forgiven that person? Well, for me, it was about doing the meditations, doing the prayers, and then I would let it out and I would cry and I would go through all the feelings and felt that I released everything. And then I would go along my day. And then I would find a couple of months later that I would be talking very negatively and with a lot of hatred and vengeance of that person. Then it snapped in my brain. I hadn't truly forgiven that person. I had to go back and I had to do the process all over again. Well, I did this for about 1.5 years. And when I finally came to full forgiveness, I understood this because when I thought about this person, I had a euphoric feeling, and it was feeling of the greatest unconditional love that I've ever felt for that person. And I knew then and there that I had truly forgiven that person. That's the healing journey, my friends. That's the healing journey that we all have to go through, is to come back to these memories. We don't have to relive them piece by piece, detail by detail. But what we do have to do is acknowledge them and accept them and forgive them so that we can begin and continue our journey of healing. And when you heal, when you've truly forgiven that person, when you've truly let everything go, you will experience true sovereignty, true relief, and true freedom to be who you are, to let these secrets go, to let these feelings go, and enjoy your life to the fullest. Because that's why you're here, my friends. You are here to enjoy this life to the fullest, to smell the roses and share your love with everyone, and serve and give everything that you can for others and to help this planet rise. That's why we're here. So losing memories, having memory loss, really important that you address it in your life. It will only be a weight. You will never be free. You will never be let go of these emotions if you don't let them go. And the wonderful, exciting thing about QHHT hypnosis, past life regression, is that this is one of the best techniques to recover these memories, to free these memories, to heal these memories, and live a happy, wonderful life. I'm located in Toronto. If you'd love to do a session, if you'd love to share any of your comments, just put them in the box below. I ask if you like this content to please hit that subscribe button and let me know if there's any other content or questions that you have about QHT hypnosis. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening, and don't ignore the signs of memory loss.